What's up, everybody? It's your girl Lynette from LifeWithUsTV.
What's up, fam? It's Stanley coming at you.
Well, we're gonna do today. How did we meet?
Yeah, we're gonna tell them how we met.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Sorry for the road bumps in the road. If you ever visited Richmond, Virginia, our roads suck.
Yeah, pothole city.
But how we met, we actually met at a wedding at church.
Yeah.
Because we were in the same wedding party. He was on the groom's side, I was on the bride's side. Both of us were very close to the bride and groom.
Yeah.
The groom being my second cousin, married to who is his current wife, and he was very good friends with my cousin and the wife. So she asked me to be in the wedding, and she kept saying, you know, you don't know where the church is, go ahead and come to the church one Sunday, that way you'll know what church it is. Well, that was her way of setting me up, because I was an ex-atheist converted over into Christianity, but I had not found a church home yet. So I went one Sunday, and I noticed he kept looking back at me, but I was looking at him because he looked so familiar to me. And I kept saying, I know him from somewhere. And then at first I said, he's a guy named such and such that I know that we party with. But I said, I know he ain't in church. So as I got closer to him, I said, oh no, that ain't who I think it is. So the next day after we left church, here come my cousin's wife calling me on the phone. I see somebody checking you out all during service. Ain't nobody around here ever got his attention, and everybody been trying to flock to him for years, and he don't get nobody no time of day. But oh my God, you walked up in there, I don't think he got nothing out the service. He was just all up in your face. And I was like, go ahead, so ain't nobody trying to hear that. And at the time, I really was not trying to deal with nobody. I had just really got out of something serious. I was really trying to get my life on track. I was trying to really deal with Lynette, because Lynette was a hot, foolish mess at that point.
What, you was what now?
I was a hot, foolish mess at that point. So I was really just trying to deal with me. I really wasn't trying to fool with nobody. So I turned him down several times. And you can go ahead with your part.
Well, my part was another one of our friends, because I used to work in construction, and I was living single, savvy, and satisfied. And here he comes saying, you know what? I know you about tired of looking up in the fellow's face, because I live with my cousin, which I was tired of looking up in his face. So if you see this, bro, I was tired of looking up in your face.
He was tired of looking up in your face too.
Yeah. So here we go on the job. He approached me and telling me, you remember that girl that was at church, named Lynette. I was like, yeah, I remember her. And he was like, you should take her out on a date. And I was like, nah, you know, I ain't even trying to go that route. And so he actually went behind my back and called his wife. His wife called Lynette, and
because I used to do his wife's hair.
Yeah, and
so he knew me very well too.
And called and set up the date. So by that time, I ain't want to look, you know, crazy or look like I got cold feet, or I ain't, you know, my player game is gone. So I went on the date, and it was a disaster. Yes,
it was. But even before the date, I kept turning him down, and it was like I had like the mafia on my back. Like when one was hanging up, the other one was calling.
Yep.
And I was like, why are y'all so pressed for me to go on this date with this dude that I don't even know? So I was like, oh, here we go. So I said, in order for me to get them to shut up and get off of my back, I'm just gonna go ahead on this date and then report to them how much of a mess it was.
Yeah, that was me too. I was like, let's go ahead and satisfy their craving for us going out on the date.
Yeah. So it started off where he finally called, because mind you, by this whole time we really ain't even talked to each other. It's all of them just playing matchmaker. So he called, and I met him over at his apartment to go on this date. And I saw his car. That Volvo was a ring-ting-ting-a-lingin', ding-a-ling-a-lingin'.
Yeah.
And I said, I ain't riding in a... Pet peeve number 1 of mine. Don't ask me out on a date and your transportation look like it's a death trap.
But I had transportation.
But it looked like a death trap.
I had my own apartment, and I had my own transportation. Yeah, y'all, that car, somebody actually had gave me that car.
That's why.
And that car got me from A to B. And she wrangle-tangle-tang so bad that when I went to the fast food restaurant to order some food, I had to cut my car off because the thing was so loud.
They couldn't hear.
The people over the loudspeaker couldn't hear me giving the order. They'd be like, huh? I want to get a number 1. I'm sorry, sir, what was that? I want to get number 1. So I had to cut the car off.
So I said, well, we'll go ahead and take my car. Which, lady, I don't do this. But by this time, it was like, whatever. Let's just get this date over with. Your car can't even make it to the date. So we drove my car. I let him drive my car, which was crazy because I never do that. I said, did this Negro just go through a red light? Yeah, this Negro just went through a red light.
I went clean. I mean, no thought. And after I did it, because the thing about it, I was real nervous. To be honest, I hadn't dated anybody for about 3 years at that point. So I was nervous. I had cold feet.
Yeah. So then another light comes up. He runs through that light. Yep. I was like, dude, my dude.
Say, you gonna kill me.
You gonna kill me tonight. I don't know what this is. Do I make you nervous? And he was like, I'm not even gonna lie. He said, you make me nervous. So I was like, who am I that makes somebody nervous? And I was like, I don't know why I am on this date. So I was looking for some music to put into the CD player, because when he got in my car, he had a little CD case. You know, back in them days, we were carrying around our own little personal CD cases. So everything up in his CD case was like, who is this artist? Who is that? I don't know these people. What? Who is it, people? Everybody that he had in his CD case was like these gospel artists. And I was like, oh my God.
So here we go.
I got a real church boy for real. He gonna preach to me all night long and read scriptures. And I ain't about this life at all. I was like, oh God, I got a church guy that's just gonna preach me to death, talk scriptures, da-da-da-da-da. And the date was nothing like that. Like, we talked about everything under the sun. And the first thing that he said to me was, he was like, I'm a real dude. I live my life. I have fun. I serve Jesus for real. And he said that I take what he says to heart. And I am abstaining myself until I get married. Mm-hmm. And he was like, this ain't the road that you want to travel on. We can be friends, but this is just how it's going to go. Because my first commitment is to upholding what I said I was going to uphold to him.
But you had made that same commitment too.
He not knowing that when I had got out of my last relationship, I had, like, even before our relationship had ended, we won't do anything. And I had came to that conclusion, not because of a faith reason, was just because I wanted the next person that got to know me to know me. Mm-hmm. I wanted to make sure that the next person that I just, that this thing was for real, you know. So I had also made that same commitment that, hey, come hell or high water, I'm gonna hold on to this thing. Because, and I said, any guy that wants to be with me, he's just gonna have to deal with that too. Yeah. Because real men can hold out. Don't let nobody tell you that, oh, you know, if a guy can't hold out, you know, if he holding out on you, he having sex with somebody else. And that's not true. That's just a cop-out for somebody that really want to have sex, that they don't want to. Look, if you can't control yourself, come on now.
Now, don't get it twisted.
It was hard.
It wasn't easy.
You got to do like the scripture say. You almost got to run out your clothes.
As beautiful as this my wife is, it was not easy to abstain, because it was many times that, you know, we thought about it.
Yeah, we wanted to go to the justice of the peace.
Yeah, that we wanted to get it over with. But I'm glad that we didn't, and I'm glad that we held out. But if y'all check out that clip of our wedding video, you can see
the manifestation of what God did.
Yeah, that God really honored us on our wedding day.
Let's keep it real. In this day and age, there isn't many people that are holding out. So I mean, most people thought we were just, you know, putting on a front or whatever. But no. But then he proposed, and to be honest, we never even said that we were dating. To be honest, we kind of just was
transitioned in.
It just transitioned from that date. We just ended up always being around there. He proposed, and I kicked him out of the house the same day he proposed, because he called and said, "Can I come see you today?" And I was like, "No, I'm having a really bad day at work. I had a whole bunch of stuff happen. I bust my pants open that day at work." I mean, literally anything that could have happened that day at work happened at work. So I said, "No, I'll see you another day." When I got home, I heard my doorbell ring, and immediately the demon that was living inside of me, 'cause I told you I was a hot mess, I went from 0 to 1,000. The 100 won't even there to 1,000 like that. I said, "I know this Negro is not at my house." After I told him that to come to my house, so I opened the door and I said, "What do you want? Didn't I tell you not to come to my house? You done lost your mind. If I told you don't come to my house, don't come to my house." And he dropped down on one knee and he was like, "I can't imagine my life without you. Will you marry me?" And I was like,
put the pimp game on you.
Is he really down on his knee? What is this? So I took the ring. I said, "Yes, but you need to take this ring back as soon as possible, because this is the ugliest ring I ever seen in my life."
Yeah, wait, let's talk about that. Yeah, just shot my little, mind you, I'm working construction, and at that time I was only making like $10 an hour. So I probably was bringing home maybe about $250, $300 a week. And so I struggled and sacrificed to get that ring for her, and she gonna just disregard my ring like that. So she hurt my little feelings. I felt all bad. You know, I replaced it, but
yeah.
I felt bad.
I went and picked it out. The next day, I was like, "I don't care how much you pay for it. This is ugly. We're gonna have to put some money to it, and we're gonna have to get something else."
But the thing about it, she's still the same way after us being married now for, let me see.
You can't ever say that I faked the funk, because
how long we been married for?
12 years.
12 years. She still do the same thing. If I go out and I get her something, that is the ugliest thing you ever got. But I can appreciate that though.
I'm brutally honest.
Because some people will, some husband and wives will accept a gift that they don't like, and they won't be honest, and they will allow their spouse to continue to keep buying them something that they hate. So if you got something that your husband or your wife gives you and you hate it, tell them, because they're wasting y'all's money.
Yeah. And when we were dating, I guess we can call it dating, he used to buy flowers all the time, and I let him because it was his money.
Yeah, I'm spending 20, 30, 40, and $50 on flowers, getting them sent to her job, getting them sent to her house. I'm getting brownie points and all that stuff. Then she waited till I spent like $3,000 before she told me that she didn't like flowers.
I waited until we got married, and I told her.
By that time I spent $5,000.
But it was your money then. I was not going to tell you that I didn't like it until it became our money.
Well, you owe me $5,000.
The devil is a lie.
You owe me money.
I owe you nothing. Yes, I told him after we get married, you know, I really appreciate all the flowers you've given me, but don't ever buy me another flower a day in your life. I hate flowers.
That's ridiculous, ain't it, y'all? To deceive me. And we dated for like a year and a half. So I was getting flowers probably at least once a month, maybe twice a month. And you all know how expensive roses are. And you know, and getting the little thing in there with the little writings in there to be all, you know, my player moves on her and all that stuff. Then come to find out that she didn't like that stuff.
No. I liked the concept of what he was doing, so, but I didn't like the flowers. And I think sometimes I was like giving them away to people at work.
You was giving them away? You never told me that one.
Nah. Cat's out the bag.
Now I just found out about that on camera.
That's fine. In a nutshell, the reason that we're even together is because of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meddling people.
Yeah, corporates.
12 years later. Well, it's more than 12 years, so like almost 14 years. We're still here, and we're young.
Yeah.
We got married young. Well, somebody pulling in my gate. That's some foolery right there. Alright, back to the regular scheduled program.
But yeah, we definitely thank those people for hooking us up. It's been a wonderful ride, and I wouldn't change any part of it. It's been great. But that pretty much is it for our story. I mean, it's some more details, but we don't want to bore you with all the details.
All right, you guys, that's enough of our boring Life With Us TV moment. We will see you all in the next video, and I'm going to take my Sunday evening nap, because after you turn 30, that's what you do.
Yeah, gotta get that nap.
All right.
But make sure that you like this video, thumbs up.
Subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe, and tell all of your friends, family, cousins, grandmas, uncles,
and those in between
about our channel. Till next time, straight from the VA.
Where it's cold outside.
2 up, 2 down, holla.
Catch a